Hello, 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 and welcome back to episode number 17 of the Nifty Cauldron podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Milan, and this is my lovely co-host, as always,
Kelly. What's good?
That's good. I don't know. Good question.
Nothing's good in this dystopian future, this brutal hellscape.
I mean, I won't go that far. It's just last couple of days for me have kind of blended together. As you know, I've been streaming. I've done a couple bonus streams, and I've been going kind of hard. So
Yep, pretty
it's just
hard,
been
my guy.
kind of like, yeah, it's just gonna be like stream, sleep, stream, sleep, stream, sleep. It feels like,
Dicks out for stream.
yeah. So, but things are good. Obviously, you know, I'm not streaming because I hate it. So clearly, but yeah, how are you? How are you doing? How are you this week?
I'm all right. I'm the opposite. I had to cancel most of my streams last week, but I finally got back into it on Monday. Got to stream some fucking Baldur's Gate, which is sick. Got to kill a bunch of fucking goblins. It was not very difficult. It was a good time though. Lots of murder and things went really well. No one died. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
Wait, are people supposed to die?
I mean, they can die, and then you have scrolls of resurrection and stuff, but I've never used a single scroll. Wait, no, just kidding. I lied. I had to use one scroll on Shadowheart when I fought the bugbears, the big boss of the bugbears. But that's it. Other than that, I've never used one of those fucking scrolls of resurrection because I will reload and redo the fight until I'm happy with it because I am an asshole.
I was about to call you God Gamer, but then you outed yourself for your true reasoning. just hit the little reset button.
Well, it's because if I'm like playing through a fight and like literally everybody, okay, so example, I was playing through a fight and the fucking NPC was just like, I'm in a room full of like highly flammable liquids. And then the person that I was fighting decided to be like, hi, I'm just going to take everybody with me. And then they fucking threw a fireball at the fucking fire wine casks, and then they exploded and everybody died.
First of all, it's hilarious, and also a great way to go. My first instinct is that's interesting because in D&D, at least, I don't know if it's changed in 5th edition or whatnot, but one of the properties about using fireball on any fire-based spell, it could not light regular ass items on fire unless it's specifically set so. To kind of prevent that shit, so you can't just throw a fireball at a wooden house and just, you know, like nod your head like cool guys that look at explosions as everybody burns inside.
Peace out as you listen to the disembodied screaming of the children and the lamentation of the women.
Yeah, so like, it's interesting that the Baldur's Gate does allow that interaction, but it might have, you know, got updated with 5th edition where fire is fire, you know.
Well, another thing too is I got a fucking bug. Like I told, I was using Druid Halson, who is like an NPC for that fight. I went and I told him like, hey, why don't you like stay here for a second, and I will go do this thing. And then for some reason, when I like McFucking went into the room to go fight, after I told him to not come into the room and help me, it made him turn against me. Like, he all of a sudden, like, hated my shit, and then he started fucking attacking me. And I was like, excuse me? Excuse me, sir?
How dare you not bring me into this room with you? You dishonor me? You come into my house? It
was so fucked up because what he did is, like, he came over and he was like, hey, I'm going to help you. I'm like, all right. Like, he had a little green marker on him. So he's like, a helpful NPC. I'm like, all right, sounds good. He summons a wolf. I'm like, all right, yeah, he summons a wolf. And all of a sudden, he turned red. And I was like, what? Made no sense. Because all of a sudden, I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna bring my dog in here, and now we're pissed.
Yeah, like, let me just pretend to be your friend so I can like get your buffs and like get ready. Like, you know, like just give me a moment of prep time before I turn on you. Like,
I fucking blessed him and everything. God damn it.
Yeah, like calculated actually. Like, that's smart.
Sleeper agent, double agent, was working for the communists all along.
Wait until you get buffed before you turn on the party, you know? Oh, that's good shit. Speaking about not deaths and dying, I started playing Darkest Dungeon.
Yes, and it's been so fucking good, dude. I've been really enjoying that shit. Like, I fucking love it. And I love that I have my little character that I'm invested in, and it's named after me. And she's a grave robber, and she's got a nice hat and a cute little beauty mark by her mouth. So she's hot.
So by the time this airs, you'll already have seen it, but you should definitely check out tomorrow's stream because I made her hotter. So that's all I'll say to you. But for the listeners listening in, you already know if you check out the stream. But yeah, the reception has been really good about Darkest Dungeon. I'm a little bit surprised by how invested chat is getting because I'm naming all the characters after chat. It's kind of like first dibs, like whoever wants it gets it. Mm-hmm. And whenever somebody like can't come to a stream, or if they go AFK or whatever, like whenever they come back, it's like, am I alive? Like, am I dead? What happened to me? So I love how invested chat is getting into the game. I wasn't expecting that because it's not a beginner friendly game, right? It's not a game you can just watch for 5 minutes and understand how it entirely works. So
not at all. No, you definitely, I think like you started explaining it, and then I got a work call, and then I was like, fuck, now I'm not gonna know what's going on. And then luckily, like when I got back into chat, you were willing to like kind of re-explain it. But yeah, I'm definitely, it's totally a thing. Like once a character is named after you, like you fucking form a special unbreakable bond. And now I'm highly invested in my character, and I want to make sure that she lives to see the end of the Darkest Dungeon, dude.
Yeah, like at this point, I'm very surprised no one has died yet. Knock on wood, because by the time this episode airs, who knows where things are gonna go, right? One never knows.
Died.
You know, but like at this point, it's like I'm starting to feel bad because whoever dies first now is it's gonna feel so bad for them, right? Because it's kind of becoming rare to die because it hasn't happened yet, right? Like if at this point it was established that like every other dungeon I would lose somebody, like yeah, whatever, like who's next on a chopping block kind of situation.
Yeah, but the first cut is going to be the deepest, absolutely, because now so many people are invested, and now so many people haven't died. So then when we finally get that first one that does, the first cut's going to be real deep scoop. Yeah,
exactly, right? Because if the first cut happened like an hour in, like yeah, whatever, like it sets the tone of the game.
Yeah, you become desensitized, and then you don't value anything. But now that like you've like almost like cultured a like kindred spirit, but like in game. Yeah. Now you're just like whoever fucking dies first could be. They either gonna like not fucking care, or they're gonna be butt devastated.
Yeah, because it's like at this point, some of the characters they've led a life. Like the biggest example is from like Modred from chat, right? Like,
dude, Modred has fucking she's gone everywhere.
Yeah, like, you know, like she got double vision from drinking. She got a quirk that she can only go to the brothel, and then she went to the brothel and was too kinky and got banned from the brothel. So she's led a life, you know what I mean? So it's like it's not just some schmuck I recruited 5 minutes ago and died in the first dungeon. Like she's seen some things, and that goes for like a lot of other characters as well, right?
Yes.
So
yes, she Modred has lived an incredibly full life, but somebody who lived fast and almost died hard was fucking Cyphus, dude.
Yes, dude. Oh my god. So Cyphus is a jester for people familiar with the game, and he was our closest brush to death. Weirdly enough, because when he hit 100 stress, he god gamered it and became virtuous, which I think is a 5% chance. Like it's very, very low. So he god gamered it and like reset his stress. And at the end of the run, he was still up to like 180 out of 200. And at 200, you just get a heart attack and you die. Like that's it. Like game over. It's like, man, like he lives fast and hard. You know?
He literally did the equivalent of like copious amounts of cocaine and then went into a dungeon.
Yeah, and I think that dungeon run was supposed to be like a de-stressing run, and then he almost died from stress. I was like, irony.
Live free, die hard, John McClane, dude.
Yeah. So, but no, it's been really great. I'm having a blast. So much that I did my first bonus stream on Sunday, like in general, I think ever. And that ended up being one of, if not the longest streams I've done so far. So
you just really wanted to go down on that darkest dungeon, my guy.
I mean, I wasn't planning to go that long. I was like, oh, yeah, let me just play a couple of hours. And people showed up. And then Chris gave me the fatty raid. And then more people showed up. Raid. And then I was like, all right, like, you know, it's been 7 hours at this point. Like, I think it's a good time to just call it. You know, I'll be back tomorrow anyway. 7 hours is solid. Then I got another huge ass fucking raid during the last dungeon. Like, I literally said during dungeon, like, this is probably gonna be the last one. You know, I was already preemptively calling it. Juiciest TV rated me with like 50 people. Like, oh shit, like I can't end now.
Yep. You gotta do it for the fans, especially if you get like a fat raid. If it's a fat raid, you literally like you just gotta keep going. It's just how it is.
Which is what I did.
Yeah, and at least even if you don't, you have to at least do one more. Like you do one more, at least one more. Like I don't fucking care if it's midnight and you gotta fucking work, and you know you gotta do one more. If you get a big raid, you just gotta do one fucking more, man.
Yeah, like I would say like maybe there's a couple of exceptions. Like let's say you've been live for like 22 hours or something. Like okay, you know maybe at that point it's understandable or something like that, right?
Nah, dude, but you just stretch it to the fucking 2 more hours. So you hit that 24, baby.
Sure, but okay, then let's say if you hit 24 hours and you get rated, it's like, is it okay? I mean, you know, but it also depends on. Also depends on the game or the type of content you're producing, right? Like if a one more is short-ish, you know, if you have it in you to go at least for another half hour, like do it at least do it for the raid, right? Because they still picked you. Yeah. But if a one more is like if you're playing Civ and a one more is gonna take hours upon hours, but maybe not, you know.
Yeah, maybe you wind down with the longer just chatting and say, hey, what's up or something. Yeah, no, I get it. That definitely makes sense.
Have you had any experiences like that where you were about to end and you got a fatty raid? You're like, oh fuck.
No, actually, I've never gotten a fatty raid as I'm ending. I've got like, you know, like a small one from like a friend, you know, where it's just like 2 people and stuff. And then I had already input literally the raid command to go raid somebody else. And then they came in and then I was just like,
hi, bye.
Yeah. But that's it. I've never got like a fatty raid as I was ending.
Interesting. And I mean,
to be fair, I'm on West Coast, and then I go typically till midnight. So people aren't really looking to raid other people at that time. They're usually just ending their streams. So
yeah, I was about to say, like typically, I feel like you get raided during the earlier half of your streams if you get raided.
Yes, and if I get raided, you know, by like friends during the early half of my stream.
I mean, and Felicia Day. I mean, I didn't know you and Felicia Day were friends, but you know, weird flex. But okay,
I was not fucking friends with Felicia Day, and that was like a fluke because I happened to be playing the same dating sim as she was playing. Okay.
Yeah, but was it a fluke or was it calculated God Gamer, right place, right time?
It was calculated God Gamer, right place, right time, but at the same time, I didn't do anything for it other than exist.
I mean, I didn't do anything for the fat raid I got either. I just existed.
That's true. But I mean, you also got like a fair amount of followers and stuff. I hope they come back next time. I hope they name a character after themselves. I hope they become invested and give a fuck if they die.
One of them did name a character after themselves. I haven't been able to really check out Juiciest TV. So I don't know if he typically streams on the days I stream or during the same times, right? So it might just be a case that all his regular viewers, like the people he rated me with, will never come back because he's live, right? So I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true because you happened to be going kind of late that night.
Yeah, like I was 7 hours in, so that was 6 a.m. for me, right? Which is for West Coasters, that's 9 p.m. So It could just be, because I was going late, or it could just be a case of, so I don't know. Like I haven't really been able to look into it. Even if they don't come back, right? It's fine. I love raids. I appreciate it. It's just always good times all around.
Yeah, for sure. But there's always if someone raids you, there's always the responsibility of the one more. I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. That's my kind of streamer etiquette. There's always the one more.
I agree. Like, I mean, especially like unless you have to go or something, like if you like not oh, I'm tired, but like, hey, I have an obligation, I have to end stream at this kind of time.
Yeah, that's totally
something like that.
Yeah.
But in general, like I'm of the same inkling, because you provide content, right? And if people are enjoying the content, provide more of it. Like that's simple. Like easy math, It's I agree. And Darkest Dungeon for me isn't really a one more type of game, I think, even though it's very easy to do one more dungeon.
I was like, Nani? What? Really?
I don't know. Like I feel for me, I guess, to dox my reasoning, who like fucking pull the streamer curtain back. You kind of keep going after raid for as long as people are interested / are sticking around, right? Like let's say if you're a streamer that averages 5 viewers, then you get rated by 100 viewers, and then an hour in you're at 6 viewers again. It's like, all right, everybody who came clearly left, so I don't need to be that source of entertainment. I can safely end kind of situation.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And I just kind of kept going until I saw everybody in chat literally just go to bed. Like when the entirety of the fucking West Coast America was going to bed, I kind of knew it was kind of time to start maybe consider calling it, like I think I kept going until like midnight or like 1 a.m. West Coast time. So it's like 10 hours. Seemed good. And, people were going to bed, and, chat interaction was dwindling. It's like at this point, whoever is invested in these characters is probably sleeping. So let's just fucking resume tomorrow. It's fine. Like I'm in no rush to beat the game.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's all like very sound reasoning. And if you put it that way, I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, my one more turned into 3 extra hours, so I think that qualifies.
Yeah. Just chatting for sure. 3 hours.
I mean, I've done 5.5 hours. That's my peak for now. Of just chatting, that is.
For now.
I mean, listen. I'm not saying 24-hour just chatting stream, but I'm just saying, Dude, I don't know if I could do a 24-hour just chatting stream.
I would run out of shit to fucking talk about. Like what?
Yeah.
I'm also really fucking bad at small talk. I'm one of those fucking people that when somebody comes up to me and I'm one of those people that when you go to the movie and they say, hey, enjoy your movie, I say, thanks, you too. And then I feel the shame for the rest of my life and I'll think about it, like that. Like I'm really bad at small talk. And when people try to come up to me and they try to talk to me about like, oh, nice weather we're having, I'm just like, cool, I don't give a fuck. Like it's really hard for me to make small talk unless it's about like anime or like something that I kind of give a fuck about. But like small talk with just like noise to fill the air.
Yeah, it's just pleasantries.
I hate it. I hate the empty platitudes. I hate the fucking just the pleasantries. I hate it. Like I'd rather just fucking sit in silence than have you talk to me about how the weather is.
I agree. But I disagree as a streamer. I cannot just sit there in silence until somebody in chat says something interesting or until I form like an interesting coherent thought, right?
No. I mean, this isn't like stream etiquette. I mean, or streaming wise, this is just like in person, like IRL. Like this is how I am as a fucking person. Like I'm fucking talking about small talk. I hate that shit. Just don't fucking talk to me if you got nothing to say.
So I worked at a movie theater, right? Like this. I don't know if it's been brought up on the podcast. I've gotten a lot of
YouTube
with me being the one saying like, "Hey, enjoy the movie," and they're like, "Thanks, you too." And usually I'll hit them back. I'll try, like,
Oh my God, you fucking fuck. We already know that we fucked up. You don't need to rub it in our fucking face.
No, I mean, I'm not rubbing it in your face. I actually had an interaction with someone from America about it. It was super quiet that day. It was still like early morning, and I was running the concession stand. And we were just chatting because she was like, oh, English is really good. Like, oh my God. I'm like, thank you. Like, so it's yours. Hey, like, so we were kind of already like
memeing,
vibing, and just like having a good repertoire. And then she was like, like, enjoy your movie. And she was like, thanks, you too. And I said something along those lines, like, well, I'll try. Like, I'll try to listen in from here. And then she laughed and we laughed, and it was a good time.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. If you had like if you had some banter going back and forth and you dropped that's totally fair, where you just kind of like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right there. People listening to the podcast, I did like the laugh and point kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's fine. But if you were like one of those people that were like, if somebody, was just like, thanks, you too. And then you were just like, well, I'll fucking try.
Well, never like
a fucking dick.
Yeah, but like never in that tone. Like it would always be like in a jovial, like thanks, I'll try, like that kind of sense. But
at the
never.
Same time, it's totally something I would do.
It's like at most I would say thanks, and like we would laugh, and they would catch on, and they would also laugh, or even apologize. I'm like, it's good. Like I get it. We've all been there. It's like I've done it too. Like, I'll buy a ticket and like enjoy the movie. I'm like, thanks, you too. And then I hate myself and just go home. Like I can't be here anymore. Like I can't come back to this establishment.
They have like a secret pin board behind them where they take your picture from the camera, and they're like, fucking people that said, enjoy the movie. Thanks, you too. Not welcome back in the establishment if seen. Shame on sight.
Dude, imagine, right? Nobody would go to any movies anymore, because I think everybody does that. It's just a reflex, right?
It is. It's totally like just a reflex. Like I said, one of those things that you reply back because it's an empty platitude and it's expected of you. So I don't know if you've ever had one of those really fucking embarrassing times where you replied back to a customer service person and felt shame. Comment below. We'd love to read it.
Yeah, and also like subscribe and all that while you're down there. I mean, I've read plenty of stories, right? Like on the phone where you're not thinking, and you'll just say like, I love you to somebody.
I've never done that.
I've never done it either, but I've read those kinds of stories. I've even read stories that like end with like an awkward silence, and then they go, love you too, before hanging up or something. But like customer support, right? Or, or they're at like a restaurant or whatever, or they'll get a happy birthday and they'll go, thanks, you too. Like, like that one's gonna sting a little bit more than enjoy your meal, you too. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I've definitely never accidentally said I love you to a customer service agent. And I have never told the person serving me my meal, saying, I hope you enjoy your meal too. I've never done that, but I've definitely done the movie theater, like, enjoy your movie, thanks, you too. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like movie theater is very prone to it because it's faster moving, right? Like you buy the ticket, then you get your ticket ripped off, and then you move on. Maybe you buy something at concessions, you buy the thing, you immediately move on. So like you're kind of already rushing. Mm-hmm. Like you're fucking speed running the whole way in the movie theater to get to your seats, right?
movie theater concession any percent.
Yeah, so I feel just your brain is just a little bit more prone to slipping up. It's kind of the same thing, right? Like, luckily I don't have to deal with it anymore because like change and bills are kind of phasing out, at least from over here. But have you ever felt like a piece of shit when you're at like the grocery store? And all you did, and the reason why is because you're putting change away in your wallet. And like, that's it. Like that's all you're doing, but someone is behind you, but you're like, man, I'm a fucking piece of shit for doing this transaction like a normal human being. I wish I didn't have, you know what I mean? Have you ever felt that kind of anxiety?
Because I never have change.
I mean, I don't either.
Cash.
I don't either for years.
Card. Yeah. Why would I care? Why would I carry around a tangible good that could get lost, and then I've lost that and I can't get it back. If I can just have a card that has money on it, and if I lose that, it's still in a bank somewhere untouched.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, also, but just phrase, but it's also very common. Like as a kid, I would pay more with cash as a teenager, like than now.
Well, yeah, because I didn't fucking have a bank account as a kid.
Oh, really? I did. When I got born, my mom opened a bank account in my name.
Well, my mom opened a savings account in my name, but I wasn't allowed to touch it, and I didn't have access to it at all.
I didn't have access to it until I was like 12, and then my mom was literally like, "Hey, we need money. We need a new car. Can we use your money? We'll pay you back. I promise." And I still think about that promise from time to time. You know. I still miss my $2,500. So,
damn. Well, okay. One, can't relate. I didn't get access to my savings account until I was 18. But I made a new checking account when I was 18. And that's when I got like my first debit card and then my first credit card that I opened on my own. Yeah, other than that, like I had to use cash, and it was just my saved allowance over time. I kept in a wallet.
Yeah, like for me, my parents or my mom, I guess, still to this day doesn't like cards. She still prefers cash. She has this instilled fear, like it's like semi-conspiracy theory, like, oh, so the government can track exactly like what you're buying and like soon they'll know exactly which groceries you're getting. I'm like, dude, I'm just a dude in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm a nobody. Like, if they want to know I bought like 100 chicken nuggets, they can know I bought 100 chicken. You know what I mean? Like what do I have to hide at the grocery store, right? It's like, right. What?
It's like, oh my god, this guy bought a fucking liter of milk and some condoms. Illuminati confirmed.
wait, he bought orange juice and toothpaste again, but he bought that last week. What's he doing? You know?
Oh my god.
So my mom is just always kind of like that, prefers cash. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to carry cash with me. I don't want to have change. I don't want to lose it. And if I get mugged, like, I don't want to lose it.
For me, it's just the fact that, like, if you get mugged or that money falls out of your pocket, it's fucking gone. There's no one out there that's like, oh, you know, like the cash police, like they find the missing money that you've dropped and they give it back to you and stuff like that. But like with a card, you can just be like, okay, well, I'm deactivating my card. No one can fucking use it, and I'll get a new one in a couple days. Yeah,
exactly. And it's like,
should you always have emergency cash on the side? Absolutely. 110%.
Sure.
Should you use cash every day? No, it's just not fucking practical anymore.
Yeah, like to just leave it at home for like a rainy day or something, right? But the cash.
Yeah. Keep it at home or like in your car. Say if you your debit card gets, or your credit card, your debit card gets stolen or something like that, and you need to get gas, like you want a secret hidden $20 bill in your fucking car or something like that.
Yeah,
so you can get
exactly.
gas. And that's the kind of shit that I keep. But other than that, I don't fucking believe in cash, dude. It's not practical, and it can get stolen, and then it's gone. It's untraceable. So fuck cash. Cash is just completely fucking annoying in modern day society. Fight me.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Like, I'm glad we're phasing it out, right? Like, I'm glad that in 5 or 10 years, everybody's gonna have a fucking smart watch, and I'll be able to pay just by swiping my fucking wrist over something, and I'll be kosher, right? Like, I can't wait for that. Like I'm like, we're already at a point with like the chips where I don't even have to input my code anymore. So I'm already accustomed to being that lazy. Now I want to get to the point where I don't even have to pull out my card anymore. You know, like, give me to the next step.
Yeah, dude, I'm ready for the like fucking technological overhaul when we start having like internet in our brains. I'm ready.
I'm not ready for that.
Dude, I'm ready for just dead ass Ghost in the Shell, dude. Ghost in the Shell me the fuck up.
I'm not ready for Ghost in the Shell / Cyberpunk because I'll be ready for it by like generation 10. But I don't think we're gonna get to that point in our lifetimes. So I'm not ready to like get hacked and just get fucking fucked on by some stranger who has access to my brain and shit. Like I'm not about that life. Is it convenient? Absolutely. But it's like, I don't feel like I even use the internet to the point where it would be necessary to fucking Baja blast that shit to my brain. You know what I mean?
Did you say Baja?
Yeah.
It's Baja.
I know. And I know when I said it, I fucked up. I was kind of hoping that you wouldn't notice.
I'm sorry.
And we just kind of move on like civilized people.
Little do you know, bitch, I've never even tasted civilization. Sorry, my bad. All right.
No, it's okay. I know I fucked up.
But I am ready. No, I'm ready for Ghost in the Shell. I want that shit now. I want them to take out these fucking eyes, which are a piece of fucking shit, and give me fucking robot eyes that I can change the color of at whatever I want. I want RGB Corsair optics.
I mean, eyes are dangerous to like replace.
Nah,
I'm
man,
down
fuck
for
these eyes, they
cybernetics. Okay, but what if the next one's like, what if the next one suck worse? What if you have like to get a firmware update, but you can't? You know, what it is just stop working. You just go blind, or they can't connect the neuron paths properly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be the first generation. Like, I'll be the 10th generation.
No. I wouldn't do first generation. I'd probably do at least like third generation and get all the kinks out.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But I'm super open to cybernetics. Like, I don't think it's that much different than the stuff we already have, like glasses or contacts or braces or the current prosthetics we already have, like, you know, prosthetic legs, arms, hands, like hearing aids.
I'm so ready. And I'm so ready for whenever they like fabricate like actual like sentient robot like lovers. I would love like a robot lover.
Damn.
Sign me up.
Expensive.
Sign me up. Just fuck me up, man. I just want that companionship and that good nut. That's it.
I mean,
and I, like that
I feel
that's it. I have a very low bar.
Like, I think the most important part about like a cyber lover to me would probably be the voice. You know, like, I don't want to hear fucking Google's navigation voice when I'm, you know.
Oh my God, Milan, it is so big.
Right. So like, as soon as we get like AI voices that sound supernatural, I'm down. Until then, get the fuck away from me. You know?
Just like, hey Siri, you want to lob my knob? And she's like, yes, daddy. Right.
Or like, Dad, why? Because fucking text recognition is weird. I almost went to school for cybernetic prosthetics.
Dude, fuck yeah, that would have been sick. And also work on my new eyes, bitch.
I mean, the main two reasons why I didn't do it. My school history is a little bit complicated. I'm technically a high school dropout, but the circumstance as to why and blah, blah, but it has ramifications and consequences, right? It's not just like, oh, well, you just move on. So for me to have done my cybernetics education and schooling would have taken me 9 years, assuming I didn't fail like a single class or a year. It's like, man, that's a long ass time of investment in school. What if I don't like it 5 years in, right?
Yeah, no, I can definitely vibe with that, but at the same, like, 9 years is a lot of fucking time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you saying like, what if I fail one of my classes? I'm just like, can't relate. Here, flip.
I mean, I never failed any of my classes either in high school, right? But it's different when you're doing fucking college/university levels of like biology and like fucking programming and math and whatever advanced math is, calculus and engineering and just stuff like that, right? Like, that's the kind of level. It's just like, man, that might be rough. But secondly, at that point in life, this is like fucking 10 years ago, by the way, that I made this decision. So I could have been done at this point. I could have been a cybernetics engineer at this point, right?
Same time, make me fucking eyes, bitch.
I mean, no. Like,
fuck you too.
At that point in time in history, where you want to call it, we were making advancements in cloning. Remember, like, when you cloned like our first sheep?
Yeah, Dolly.
10 years ago. Yeah. So basically, in my mind, like, this can either go like the future will either go two ways. One, we're gonna like refine cloning and accept it, and we're just gonna clone new limbs for people, right? Or we're going to just reject it as humanity. We're never going to figure it out how it properly works, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to go the cybernetics route.
Yes.
If we figure out cloning, I don't have a fucking job anymore. You know, like I don't want to study for like.
No, because there will always be people that are just like, you know what, rather than having like, you know, my shitty ass piss fucking ant hand, I'd rather have, you know, a metal hand that's going to fucking grip shit really tight.
Maybe, but it's basically, but more so the first decision, like 9 years was just too long.
Oh yeah.
To like,
for sure,
gamble on, because out of those 9 years, the first couple would have been like catching up on like high school education, finishing that up, and then just a general education before being able to even move into university. So it would have been like 4 or 5 years in to really, before I could make the decision if this is what I wanted in life. And I feel like that was just too much of a commitment on a gamble, you know?
No, absolutely. I would never fucking do that. Also, like, I can't even think of something I would even want to invest in for 9 years other than a dog.
Yeah. It's like, it's like, and especially at that point, like I said, at that point I was 21. So 9 years was half my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it seems a little bit ludicrous. In hindsight, I should have done it, but in hindsight, I should have done a lot of things differently, you know? So it is what it is.
Wish in one hand, shit in the other.
Yeah, right. Like, like I don't know. Like in hindsight, I can probably go back to like early teenage years, and that's where I would have started doing things differently. But also, then my life would have been completely different, and there would have been a chance we would have never met. So like, I don't like that, you know?
Pog.
Like, if I had never gone to Serbia, we would have never met. Fact. So
yeah,
it's just
looked for that forum. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I'll even take it a step further. If I never went to Serbia, Paul wouldn't have his current partner. One of my friends who's now married, they would have never met. You know, it's just like a lot of people met through me or, you know, via me or whatever, because I went to Serbia. Like that was like, if this was, if my life was a visual dating novel, like that's where the branching path happens. You know, it's like that's, I go to Serbia or not, and that that affects the rest of the entire game.
Yep. That was your VN. That was your VN split.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about, to be like a catalyst for so many things, like a direct catalyst, right? Like obviously, like everything plays like a role and influence. Like it's not, oh, I'm responsible for everything, suck my dick kind of situation, you know. But why are you giving me that look? You were like, wait, what?
It's funny. I'm responsible for everything. Suck my dick. I'm
it's like
God, and you start T-posing.
I mean, basically, I'm responsible for your current happiness. Like, weren't you more grateful? You know, like if it wasn't for me, you would not have this life. You know, like it's not that kind of feeling.
Milan sits on his golden chair, and he just like, you'll see that I am kind.
But also not really, because at the same time, I'm like sitting at the bottom, like, can I have a crumb of that happiness? Like, can I get a crumb of what you're having? You know,
please, sir.
Yeah, alms for the poor.
Please, sir.
But I don't know. I do something to think about it. It's just very wild how that one decision led to so many things very directly.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you went.
I mean, yeah, like obviously the best decision would have maybe been to not go, and that we still would have met, but I know we never would have. So I'm glad too, you know?
Yes. And I as well.
I don't know, I lost my train of thought. That's bad.
Raggy.
Bro. I guess while I got my train of thought, make sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy our content, right? Check out our streams. Do the thing.
Do the thing. Check out our streams. We are bad podcasts because we can't remember what we're talking about.
I mean, like I said last episode, I never take notes or lists. I usually just fly off the cusp of my pants. Is that the saying?
No, seat.
Seat of my pants. What does that mean? Doesn't cuffs make more sense?
Huh? No, it's more. It's more. It's off the cuff, or you fly by the seat of your pants.
Damn. What if I just combine it like off the cuff of my pants? Like combine the best of both worlds.
Why do your pants have cuffs? Are you rolling them up at the bottom because they're too long? You should just get them tailored.
I mean, listen, we can't all have tailor money, okay?
Then you just bench them. People who cuff the end of their pants for some reason, I don't know. Like, it's fine. Never mind. You know what? I retract that. Sometimes cuffing your pants look kind of cute, and I get it.
Yeah, like sometimes people buy pants that are too long on purpose so they can cuff them.
So they can cuff them. Do you cuff your pants? Comment below.
No. Oh, yes. In that case, I mean, I'm not going to comment below because I already answered no, but...
I also do not cuff my pants because I have long, spindly spider legs, and I need all the pant leg I can get.
Yeah, and for me, it's sometimes like, usually I'm not wearing socks, and I'll be too lazy to put on shoes, so I'll use the pants like hat to hide my bare feet. I'm not going bare feet, but I'm wearing like slippers or something. And that's not really like conventional in winter. So like I have to hide my degeneracy because I hate socks. Fuck socks. I also don't like shoes, I guess. But listen, I'm weird. And if you want to see my feet, you got to pay for it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, I'm
these
totally
toesies, these
totally
toesies don't come for free.
I'm the opposite, dude. I just walk around barefoot constantly.
I mean, you live in fucking California, so like it's normal. But
yeah,
like if it snows tomorrow, I'm still going out without socks and wearing slippers. Like I don't give a fuck, right?
Damn. Okay. Even in the snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a fucking degen, dude.
Yeah, like I told you. So it's not socially acceptable to do that. I'm not a teenager anymore, so I'll use the cuffs of my pants like hide a little bit.
Maybe try to pass off your slippers as like a loafer.
Yeah, I mean, they are kind of more like loafers, like they're closed at the front. So I'm just hiding the back, the heel and stuff. Calculated. Dude, I used to go to work in those loafers. It took like 6 months for somebody to catch on. Like, wait, are those shoes? I'm like, nope.
You're just dead ass wearing fucking slippers.
But if I'm gonna be on my feet for 9 hours, I'm gonna be fucking comfortable. Tell you what.
Holy shit. They're slippers with no backs.
Yeah, like I mean, like the audience can't see it, but it's close to this basically.
No, that's a fucking slipper. How did they not notice that?
I mean, like. Not this one, like so. For the audience that's listening, I just basically sort of like an indoor slipper. The loafer I wear, or maybe it's not even a loafer. Maybe I'm just using the term wrong. But it's that kind of build, but it's just leather on the front, so it doesn't look soft.
At the same time, though, dude, it doesn't even have a back. It's not a shoe.
No, it doesn't. Like it's fully open. Like,
oh my fucking god, dude. Yeah. You were one of those people in my fucking college that would just go to fucking school in their pajamas.
No, I would never do that.
I swear to God.
You say.
No. California, you'd be one of those bitches wearing your fucking pajamas in class.
No, I would never do that. I probably wouldn't even own pajamas if I lived in California because it'd be too hot to ever wear them, right? But
oh, really? I mean, it's a little chilly right now, Scoob. Like, what the fuck?
You don't know shit about chili. Come on, man. Dude, it is currently 19 degrees Celsius in my house. For all you Americans, in Freedom Units, that's 66 degrees. I am sweating up a storm. I hate it. I'm gonna open a window in a second because it's way too hot. Like I'm sweating through everything I own. I have huge sweat stains that I'm showing off to Kelly right now. Because I'm always moist. I'm always too hot.
Can confirm that he is incredibly dank. His armpits are cavernous and humid, and at this point, we can start cultivating the mushrooms now.
Yeah, it's bad. So like, even here during winter, most of the time I won't even wear pajamas. So I don't think I would ever wear it in California.
Well, right
as
now,
a kid, like as a small kid, like 4, 5, 6 years old, I would sometimes go out in pajamas to play, but I would have like pajama shorts, which I've never seen as an adult, but it's just pajama fabric, but like short sleeved and like shorts. People never really caught on.
I got plenty of fucking pajama shorts, dog. But I just want to say, here in California right now, it is 15 degrees Celsius outside, and I would say it's chilly.
That's pretty chilly, but to me, I can still go out in a t-shirt.
Oh wait, I lied. It's not 15 out. It is 12.
Long sleeve. Over here right now, it's 6 degrees Celsius, which is like what, 6 Celsius to Fahrenheit is like 43 Fahrenheit. So
43. Ooh, that's cold.
That's chilly.
That's like my nip nops would fucking cut glass on that motherfucker.
Like that's cold depending on like how hard the wind is blowing, right? Like the wind kind of dictates how cold that makes it. But yeah, I don't know. I've always just my weakness is hot, like hot weather. Like I get so sweaty so quickly. Oh, but cold weather, like nah, dude. I fucking live for that shit. Like I'm one hairy motherfucker. My Serbian heritage, it does me, you know. I've done it proud. It keeps me warm. So that definitely works in my favor. Also, being overweight, you know, I have a lot of fat to keep me warm, like a bear. It's fine, you know? Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so gotcha. No, don't offer to you like vacation in Hawaii or vacation in Bali. You're gonna be a no.
I'm gonna stay in the AC hotel room the entire time.
Damn, you wouldn't even go out and like try to get like a tan?
Dude, first of all,
Do you tan?
No, because I'm skin sensitive. I shouldn't be out in the sun for more than half an hour to an hour.
Why are your skin such a bitch?
Weak genes, I guess. I don't. I'm just born this way.
Okay. So what do you mean by like you're sunlight sensitive or whatever? So that means that like, are you a vampire?
I don't know. You did invite me into to your house before I came in.
I did have to invite you in. Milan is vampire confirmed.
If you remember, you probably don't, because I don't think I was like, I never really talked about it. But when I went to California, I had like a little bottle of for skin stuff, because I knew California has a lot more sun and we were doing stuff. So I just had to put it on like a couple times a day.
Man, I cannot relate. I went to Hawaii. I didn't wear fucking sunscreen, and I got a beautiful golden tan.
I've never in my life been like really more than I am now. Maybe like a little bit, but it's like the tan I get while I'm like working and from like driving in the car to work every day and back, like that kind of tan, you know, because the sun is amplified by the car window a little bit.
Tan, yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of like a little bit driver's side, maybe like a little bit on the face, but I've always just been super pale. Because I also hate the sun. Like it's like, even if I didn't have a skin condition, I'm not looking to go out. You know, like I ain't about that life.
Bro, I would say that like my base skin tone is like somewhat medium light, and yeah, for me that is incredibly strange. That also, but at the same time, it's good that you're taking care of your skin, because skin cancer is a big fucking thing.
I mean, true. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm really taking care of it. Like, I don't have like a skincare routine or anything.
But I mean, you know that your skin is a little bitch to the sun, and so you take care of your skin so it doesn't you don't become fucking beef jerky Leatherface.
Yeah, and just just in general, I don't go out. So self-care, stay inside.
We literally could not go on like a tropical vacation together. Like you would die from the heat, and then the sun would blast you.
Yeah, like I would be fine maybe in the evening. You know, we could do evening stuff.
Vampire confirmed. Vampire confirmed. Got it.
But I mean, this is a silver necklace that I'm wearing, so it'd be fine. It should confirm I'm not a vampire.
That's all I'm saying, man. I mean, you stream all night and then you sleep during the day, so honestly, just you don't eat a lot of food. You don't eat a
Do
lot
I
of
really
food.
sleep though?
Clearly, though, like you don't eat a lot of food, and so clearly you were getting the nutrients from blood. So you are a vampire confirmed.
No. What do you mean clearly? Are you calling me fat? Huh? Is that what's happening here?
No,
I'm
what
just
the
kidding.
fuck?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Shut the fuck up, swamp ass motherfucker.
Dude, I probably do a swamp ass right now. Dude, I'm so sweaty all over. The moment the camera goes off, I'm fucking undressing to my underwear. This is bullshit. I'm opening a window.
At the same time, isn't your chair leather?
Yeah, but I'm sitting on a pillow because my chair is fucked. My back is all fucking sweaty on this chair.
Oh, okay. Well, the worst thing is to sit on like something leather and then have like butt or leg sweats. Then you get stuck, and then you hear like
yeah.
Oh my god! Like there was one time where Chris, she was sitting in her chair in her underwear, and it was a leather chair. And then at the end of like the stream that her and I were doing, she was like, "Hey, I've been sitting on this chair like this whole time, like bare ass in my underwear. Do you want to hear something? You want to hear this shit?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." So she like picked up her like Blue Yeti, turned the gain up all the way, and then she played the sound of her getting up off the chair, and it sounded like someone was just ripping paper.
Yeah, dude, it's so
Violence.
loud, especially on the Blue Yeti.
Also, hot take: seat warmers are overrated. They just make you feel like you're gonna piss yourself.
For cars?
Yes.
I've never been on one. I thought it would always be a little bit nice, like the winter. But you guys don't really have harsh winters, right? Like, I mean, winters, if like you have to spend like 10 minutes like cleaning the snow off your car, and then you get in the car, then it might like be nice for a couple of minutes, like warm up, you know, that kind of situation.
Yeah, if you're like from a fucking actual winter place. But I mean, anybody that uses the seat warmers here in California, you just want the sensation of pissing yourself. Like, just own it. Just own it. You just want to piss your pants, but then fucking not actually piss your pants. Like, it's fine.
Just be a piss baby. It's fine.
Yeah, just dox your fucking piss miss. Enjoy it. But you don't fucking need seat warmers in California. That's just so fucking stupid.
Yeah. Speaking about Pissmas, do you wanna get into what we have planned for Christmas?
Oh, yes. Pissmas, aka Christmas. We will be doing a stram for the Crimbus. And actual times to be confirmed at probably very shortly. Pog.
I mean, we should know, like, we know, we're confirming it here because this is coming out on Sunday, right? So it's like a couple days before Christmas. So on Christmas Eve, on midnight for the West Coast, so that will be the 24th of whatever time zone that is. PST, is that PST?
E.
EST?
E.
E. A midnight EST, which is fucking 3 a.m. West Coast, East Coast, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 a.m. GMT plus 1. We'll be starting our Christmas Eve stream. We won't spoil what we're going to play, but we're going to play for like 8 to 10 hours for a good solid time. Then we take a little short little nappy nap, like a little break. Mm-hmm. And then I launch my Christmas stream, which would be at like midnight of the 25th, GMT plus 1. So it's still Christmas Eve in America when it happens. I'll be going for as long as I can.
That's 3 p.m. Christmas Eve.
Yes.
For everybody
that
right? Time zones, I'm here to help you.
It's between 3 and 6 p.m. Christmas Eve still when I go live. And I'll be going for as long as my body lets me. You know? That's basically it. So people can like hang out because not everybody has a place to be for Christmas, especially during this year with COVID happening and quarantine and people staying safe. So if you want just a place to chill or like celebrate the holidays or just be festive or get away from everything, you know, if you don't want to think about it, coming out with us, you know, it's fun.
Yeah. And then I will be making like guest appearances when I can. Unfortunately, my family does still want to do Christmas Eve and Christmas stuff. So, but I know we initially anticipated that that wouldn't be happening and I'd be able to dedicate more of my time towards it. But apparently they want to be together.
Can't relate.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fine. Like, yeah. So like you said, our original plan was probably going to be taking shifts of 8 hours each or something, whatever. We're still going to figure it out. So, but that's okay. We crafted a backup plan, and there's always next year, right? Like, who knows? Like maybe next year we'll, if we're still streaming successfully, if we have some growth, like maybe it'll be a safer haven for more people,
Yeah. Or even on, maybe we'll try to do something on the next holiday, like maybe New Year's Eve or, I don't fucking know. What
yeah. No, I mean, because it's like,
what, Independence Day?
As a European, every day is Independence Day here.
Yeah. Yep.
No, but I mean, like when I say next year, like let's say something crazy happens, and this time next year you average like 1,000 viewers per stream, right?
Ooh.
I'm just saying, what? But like then you could literally tell your family, like, hey, I'm working on Christmas, and they'd be like totally cool and understanding, right? Now you can't be like, hey, I'm gonna stream, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Like it's like a different level. I think, I
get what you're saying.
But I'm a small time boy who doesn't ever have Christmas plans. So I figured I would just do something nice for other people who don't have Christmas plans. But because I know from experience as a viewer, a lot of streamers do have Christmas plans. So there usually isn't anybody on to watch. And it's the same during the week of TwitchCon. It's like everybody takes a week off. I'm like, well, now what do I do?
Sit with my dick in my hand.
Basically.
Oh,
do you have any New Year's plans?
As of right now, no. Other than to spend time with you.
Yeah. So New Year's is on a Thursday. So I'll also be streaming it because I think it might be because my audience is mostly in the US. So I think it might be interesting for people to see or even hear the fireworks, even though the fireworks are banned this year because of COVID. People are still going to light it. I live in a town center. There's a park right in front of my house. There's going to be fireworks.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be lit. Those motherfuckers rip.
Yeah, like I'll probably like open up all the curtains and stuff so people can like see in the background the windows. But yeah, so people can like chill, kind of see what it's like here for me. And just because I think most viewers don't even think about it like that. It happens in waves all over the world, right? So
yeah, exactly. It happens in waves all over the world because everybody hits midnight at a different time. But because of the way that things are kind of panning out, typically the last Friday of the month, I do a community day, and the last Friday of the month is going to be Christmas this year. And because of my familial obligations, I won't be able to do community night that day. So instead, we're going to be doing it on New Year's because I don't know. I mean, if you fucked up from New Year's Eve, you just got to keep rolling in and just be continually fucked up to come to community night. It's all good. No one's going to judge or hate you.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely be there. Among Us.
I know
you know me. I'm just a huge slut.
You and your upcoming fucking birthday stream, dude. You didn't even talk about that, huh?
Yeah. I mean, speaking about birthday stream, I was going to bring it up next week in like a tactical way. Because I should be about to go live or even live during next week's podcast episodes, but I'll still bring it up then. It's fine. I'm cool with that. But yeah, so it's my birthday, the 21st of December. But I'm because of time zone differences and where my audience is, I'm gonna start to stream on Sunday for me and hella Sunday for everybody in the US. Like it'll be like afternoon, evening. And I'll turn 31. Big tree one. on stream and just kind of keep going for as long as possible. Like as long as people are interested and want to chill. And we're doing Among Us, just different types of game modes, right? Like the DBD, or like everybody has to pick a color and name themselves after a different color, and you can only, you can't specify if you're referring to a name or color. Like, just like fun game modes, less sweaty. We might play some Spy Master. We might play some tabletop simulator games. It really depends on how many people show up, how many people want to hang out, do stuff, and just good times all around, hopefully. Right.
I can tell you one thing for sure: I will be there the entire time.
Yes, and I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And also, it's confirmed that Paul is coming over before stream. He won't, like, I won't be streaming while he's here. He doesn't want to be on stream. That's fine. I respect that, right? Because at first I was like if he wants to come over in the afternoon for a couple of hours, maybe I'll boot up stream just so so he can be here. But he doesn't want to, so I'm not going to do that. So he's just going to hang out, and he's going to be home by the time I go live. I know I already know he's going to give me OJ as a gift. So I'll probably be saving that for when I go live. I can brush my teeth and drink OJ and like finally finalize the meme that's been happening.
Finalize the meme, and we want to like look into your eyes and have you like actually have a blissful like expression after doing that, when the rest of us are just like low key freaking the fuck out.
I haven't done it in years, and it's probably the happiest I'm ever gonna look on stream. So you better clip that shit.
That's it. Okay, everybody, coming up Sunday afternoon, when Milan brushes
local streamer nuts and pants.
Yeah, dude. When you gotta just fucking clip his vinegar squirts. Catch his O face.
Dude, I'm already getting excited thinking about it. This is not good.
We're from 6 to midnight, baby. 6 to midnight. Well,
yeah, like those are kind of our plans for like the holidays. And I'm stuttering like an idiot. I'll probably try to make it like a tradition thing. Like, obviously, if everything goes well, I'll still be streaming next year, and I want to do the Christmas thing again, because it's never not going to be relevant, right?
Yeah, Crimbus. And also, friend, after you brush your teeth and drink orange juice, eat an Oreo cookie.
Why?
Because I just want to see it.
I'm gonna go from happy to unhappy. Don't ruin my moment like that. Come for me.
Okay, I guess you can pass on the Oreo. Would you eat an Oreo later?
Maybe
a little birthday Oreo, if you put a little candle on it.
I'm not gonna put a candle on Oreo.
No, that's fucking weird attitude, you little shit.
Well, first of all, my eyes had surgery, so I'm very light sensitive. Like candles, they hurt me. Like, I cannot look at a candle, any candle, because fire slightly flickers, right? Ever so slightly. That's just painful. I cannot look at a candle.
Even if you looked at one like over the screen?
Yes. I've chatted with people with exes and stuff that, just on camera, and they would have a candle. I'd be like, can you either turn it off or like move the camera away? Like, I can't look at it. Turn off
the candle, not like snuff it, but turn off the candle.
I wanted to say blow it out, but I was already committed to turning it off. Fuck it. It's the same thing.
Off the candle. Turn it off.
I mean, in some cases, like you do have digital not digital, but like electric candles, you do turn off.
So you like turn on and stuff like that. They also have fireplaces that do that with actual real ass flames.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I've just been light sensitive since my surgery, and like candles is like a big one that just stands out.
Damn. All right. Well, don't light a candle and play Careless Whisper if you want to get in Nifty's pants.
I mean, you can light a candle behind me. You know what I mean? It's like that shit's fine as long as I don't look at it. just like light. Yeah, just like light a candle in the background or like blindfold me. It's fine. Tell me to close my eyes. It's all good.
Wow. But I mean, that's probably why you're okay with the candle run and fucking Phasmophobia, because you're like, this is the closest I've been to a candle in years.
Dude, it's so true. Love the candle run in Phasmophobia. It's so comfortable. You can see so much.
You kind of can.
And it breaks the game because I guess the developers never expected people to do it. So the monster just never shows up. They're like, oh shit, they just chilling, they vibing.
They just sitting around, hanging out with their little candle.
Yeah. It's good stuff. So I finally remembered what I wanted to talk about half an hour ago. I regained my train of thought.
Okay.
We talked a lot about D&D on this podcast.
Yes.
And it's no surprise we're doing it again. So buckle up, boyos, you know. I'm currently in a position where people want me to DM. I've never DM'd, not really, even though I've made a lot of content. Like I talked about this both on stream and on the podcast. And people are low-key, not so low-key. People are high-key getting excited. Like, oh, D&D. Like, you know, like, just like, I'm the same way. Like, I'm getting excited. Like, fuck yeah, D&D. But, like, this feeling of, like, inadequacy is, like, creeping up. Like, what if I'm a bad DM? What if they don't like my stories? What if they don't like my mechanics? What if I do a bad job at balancing? What if I'm too slow? What if I just DM badly in general? Like, what if I roleplay badly? What if my language use is subpar? Like, it's like almost like a paralyzing fear of like, I haven't even really started working on it because I'm just afraid I'm going to fail preemptively. Thoughts?
Thoughts and prayers. So for me, I definitely understand that. There are some times where I am like, specifically, I get that feeling when I am about to start working on like a new costume and I have all the shit, or I used to be this way. Now I don't give a fuck. But I used to be this way because like, you know, the amount of money that would go into like purchasing a costume was like my saved allowance, or not purchasing a costume, but the fabric for a costume would be like my saved allowance for the last like 4 months or something.
Yeah. Like I remember you would save from convention to convention. Like all your spending was just built around cosplay and the next convention that's 6 months down the line. Yeah,
exactly. So I would always get anxiety, right, when I would start working on a costume, because I'd be like, what if I fuck up? And then all this fabric, I don't have enough, and then I can't find more of it, and like all this other stuff, because there's like real fucking cosplay fucking horror stories about that shit. But yeah, ever since I don't know. I think what happened is that I just eventually got over it, and I started being a little bit more confident in my abilities because the way in which I was able to execute on certain past costumes. Yeah, there are certain things where I was like, yeah, you know, I could have done better on this and that or whatever. But over time, because of like I got used to it, I was like, okay, well, it's fine. I work it out. I always mash it out somehow, you know. And I start planning, and I'm a little bit more meticulous about like how I, you know, like effectively go about costume making now that I'm older and a little wiser, but I'm only 21. So I think for you just gotta fucking just jump in, man. That's in. Don't dip a toe.
Yeah.
Just make that shit. Fucking do it. And honestly, I don't think you're DMing for friends, and so we're not gonna bully you. We're not gonna like be shitty towards you or anything like that. So I think like you'll be starting off at like from a safe space.
I know.
And then if you are open to receiving feedback, like I'm happy to provide some, but I bet you I'm just going to end up just be like low key nutting the whole time. So
yeah, I don't know. Cause it's like from a player's perspective, like I think I told this at least on stream. I don't remember if I said it on podcast. It doesn't matter what you do as a DM, because as a player, I'm invested in my character and their progression and their story and to see it develop, right? So sure, the DM helps a lot, right? Of course, like if they tell magnificent stories, or if they have good plot, good hooks, good characters, etc. But ultimately, it doesn't matter that much if your players are invested in their own stories and in their own character development, right? But it's just, I don't know, because I'm definitely a perfectionist, so I think I just want to. I want to do good, right? Because it's like we all haven't played D&D forever. We all love the game. You know, there's some people who've never played or not like long term. So it's like do you want to do them proud, you know? So it's just, you know what I mean?
No, I understand that. And like, I don't know, you probably are having like some, but the thing is like, you've played D&D in the past, you've experienced campaigns, you're likely aware of like what would go into making a good campaign. So I think you just got to give yourself a little more credit and stop having fucking imposter syndrome, you goddamn dolt.
I mean, listen, I have anxiety. That's imposter syndrome is part of my daily struggles, honestly.
Yeah. You are like lawful, you're lawful anxiety, and I am chaotic depression.
I mean, sometimes I'm also chaotic depression, or I guess I would also be lawful depression, because it's like, it is what it is.
I'm definitely chaotic depression.
Yeah, that's very true.
And there are times in which I'm chaotic anxiety, for sure.
Oh yeah,
I would say my baseline is definitely more chaotic depressed.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. Like, I feel over the years my anxiety has gotten a lot better, just because of what I learned in therapy and the stuff that we did in therapy. So like, I got used to a lot of things. But depression is still there. The streaming is helping a lot. I think I told you this. Like, streaming, has been really, really good for me as far as depression goes. So
good, and I'm glad. And you know what probably would be really good for you depression wise too is having that camaraderie of playing a Dungeons and Dragons games with your friend.
Maybe. I mean, all right. Let me take a step back, because maybe sounds kind of fucked up, because D&D is awesome and you're absolutely correct. I guess my biggest worry is to have the time to make content, because my plan, my idea was to have so much pre-planned content that if I choose to, I don't have to do anything for like the next 6 months, give or take, right? Like, basically just have so much pre-planned shit and world building done that I'm more or less prepared for whatever the fuck the party wants to do, right? But at a certain point, I'm still going to hit, basically just give myself that much of extra space so I can like slowly start working on new content before we reach that point, so that by the time we get there, I have more. But with how my schedule is with streaming and podcast and editing and sleep and just being a fucking adult, right? And depression on top of it all, I'm really worried that I wouldn't have the time at some point, sooner or later, hopefully later than sooner, to bang out new content every week, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And honestly, I think that's what most people do. Most people piece together like a fair amount of content up front, and then and I want to say that's why most fucking campaigns die, is because the DM doesn't have more content. And at least that's been my experience, is that like we did the content and then they're just kind of flying by the seat of their pants at that point, and then they just kind of stop wanting to get the group together for some reason, and then they just kind of fade out.
I mean, it depends, like you said, on the DM, right? Like my old DM, he definitely didn't plan for shit. Like, he planned a couple of key things per session. Like, he would sit down for like an hour or two and plan out like a fight or a key NPC or like the main thread of like a quest line. Like, the party has to go to this dungeon to like stop the evil necromancer, and then he would kind of work from there. But 90% of the stuff he did was just improvised, because he was lazy and just never prepared stuff. Like, not by choice, he was just lazy.
At the same time, though, it's like, see, that's like not something I would do or would be able to do, is because it's like I don't know everything like that, like by the back of my hand. And so I would have to definitely have done my research and like created things and like had everything kind of written down so that I could refer to it, because I'm not good at like, I don't have that strong knowledge base in D&D where I could just be like, oh yeah, okay, well, whatever. They started a fight with the guy in town. He probably has this many hit points and, he probably is going to do this or whatever. Like, that's not something like I would be able to cook up in like a second's notice.
Yeah. You don't have that data bank that you can just like rifle through in your mind.
No, I don't. And that's why I don't feel comfortable DMing.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, my knowledge has deteriorated a little bit, because I haven't really extensively thought about D&D in years. Like, it's always like stories and like, man, I really want to play, but I haven't like done a campaign or built a character in like 5 to 7 years or something like that. So but I definitely used to have like an extensive knowledge of like all the classes. I knew all the feats. Like if you gave me an idea, like, hey, I want to build this type of character, I'd be like, yeah, you can do that. Probably around level 7, you would hit your peak or whatever. Or like, no, you can't really do that. That's not possible. You know, so that's deteriorated a little bit. But I think I would get it back in no time, really.
All right then. Well, I await you, shiny and chrome.
Shiny chrome. Yeah, I mean, like you said, like I think I'll probably be fine once I get into it. It's just, I don't know. Like part of me wishes I could do it. Maybe I should do it on stream one day. Just have like a just chatting bonus stream, and the players aren't welcome. Like they don't get to be in that stream.
All right.
And I just like talk about D&D and like start brainstorming with chat for ideas and like what they like, what they don't like, and just kind of see where that goes. Because for me, like I feel like I when it comes to anything creative, I work best off of another idea. So when you told me about Wickham, right? Mm-hmm. And like we talked about it briefly, like, yeah, you can use them if you want. And if you choose to, I already have an idea on how I'm going to make you cry, right? Like I already know.
Bro, you got sister, bro.
No.
You got to kill my fucking sister.
No.
Let's go.
It's not that obvious. You're going to hate me if I pull it off, right? But you know, but that idea would never have come to me naturally. But just because I heard Wickham's backstory, like, oh shit, that would be really good. That would be really cool to do. Like potentially lose a friend, you know. But so like I feel like I work best off of other people, like with like a little setup idea or like anything like that. So it's difficult. I don't know.
Friend, just got to throw yourself in there. Unfortunately, that's how this kind of shit happens. You got fabric. Just start cutting.
Basically, like I mean, luckily I do already have a foundation and a base. I might actually assemble the people soonish, and to kind of get the ball rolling for me mentally, more so than anything else, right? And then kind of like give an idea of the world, of the story of the world, the backstory, so people can start brainstorming characters and making that, and then we can go on. Puggers. But then, you know, like it becomes more real for me, and then maybe once people make their characters, I get ideas for like cool combat mechanics or like early quests or like story threads I can start creating, and then I'll hopefully get inspired, and then, you know, and that'll get the ball rolling. And I know once I get into it, that's where all my free time is going to go to. It's just making D&D shit, because D&D is amazing, right?
Yes.
It's just the only unfortunate thing, like for years in like my saved, like you know how in Chrome you can save like those websites. I'll have to put on a tab your favorite websites, bookmark them. Jesus.
Yeah, bookmark. Yeah.
For like 5 years I had like DM sites, like how to make maps, like quickly create a dungeon here and all that stuff. Like 3 months ago, I'm like, I'm never gonna DM, this is never happening, and I unbookmarked all of them.
No.
And I was like, I shot myself in the foot with that one. You know what I mean?
Can you try to Google foo that shit back, or?
I'll get it back over time. Like I definitely know. Like one thing I am missing. Oh my god, on an old external hard drive that doesn't work anymore, unfortunately, because I tried like half a year ago. I was curating, even though I never had used it yet. I was curating like D&D art. So like character art.
I remember that.
Wait, yeah, I sent you that shit. Do you still have it?
I don't have them, no.
I don't think I sent you everything, but because I think you asked for a specific type of character.
I have some.
Yeah. But I had like 200 images of like only the highest quality art. and like, in some cases, very specific things like, oh, this is definitely going to be this type of enemy, or like these are like street thugs, or this is a guard, this is an innkeeper. Like, it was all very specific, just tailored from like a DM standpoint. I low-key wish I had. I know of ways to get that kind of art back. So for any DM listening, pro tip: go to 4chan, go to their traditional gaming board. They very, very often have character art threads, and they fill up very quickly, like hundreds of them. And I would say per thread, I would maybe like grab like 5 or 10. So it's definitely a process over time, but just check every couple of days, check for a new thread, and just get the ones that work for you. I'm sure there's other good ways to get it, like fucking whatever, like one of those Japanese sites with Japanese artists, like once you figure out how that shit works.
Pixiv,
thank you. I was like, Pixie? No, Pixie's not right. Close enough. So there's other ways, but for me, that's how I curated over time. Whenever I saw a high quality image, I'm like, yeah, this is for D&D. Awesome, great. And I would just download it and just start stockpiling it for that one fateful day that has now come, and now I don't have the art or any of the resources that I had prior, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, we'll just get slowly started, and then hopefully.
Honestly, the way that you outlined it, I think that's the best way to kind of like, that way you kind of fuel the engine that you need in order to start running. And I'm happy to serve, my guy.
Nice.
Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Right, because I don't know. I feel with a lot of creative processes like that, because the way I DM, or I'm going to DM / plan to DM, like maybe I'll learn over time. Like, hey, I don't need to plan any of this. Let's just do it. Like, it's all in my head. I'll improvise as we go along, right? Like maybe that's the style I'll end up gravitating towards over time. Who knows, right? But as it is now, I want to over prepare and write down everything, except like character interactions. Like at most, I'll write down what type of person someone is. Like, oh, they're like, they have a short fuse or something like that. But I'm not going to write specific dialogue. But I just want to over prepare, and it's a lot of work, and it's very daunting to just start from scratch in that sense, So I think definitely like, because for me, it's very difficult for me to like look at the players being hype and just coming in like whenever D&D gets mentioned, someone will always pop up in chat, D&D, when are we starting? Huh? It's like, man, please don't put that pressure on me. Like, keep your expectations low, please. Like, I love the hype and I appreciate it. I would be the same way, but I'm equally as excited, but I'm also scared. At
the same time, now that we've recorded this podcast, you're going to get fucking comments below like, D&D, when we're starting.
I mean, we're just going to cut out the entire D&D part. this is just personal.
No, you can't do that.
I mean, I'm the editor. Yes, I can. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay, then it's 20 minutes of content.
I mean, listen. Yeah, I know. Speaking of content, we've actually gone way over because of me. I'm sorry for who I am as a human being.
Honestly, I was good with it. I'm vibing.
I know. I'm just apologizing to my future self who's editing this at the moment,
He's probably just like, God damn me.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm still good to keep going if you have stuff you want to add or talk about. But I think otherwise, we're good to wrap up. No,
I have to poop.
All right. I think we're just gonna wrap up then. I'm keeping that in.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right.
I'm ready to end the podcast because I got to dump.
All right. There you go. She got to drop the deuce. So that's gonna be it from us for this week. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you want to see or hear more of this type of content. Make sure to check out our streams where we do similar content with video games in the background. Sometimes I don't even do video games in the background. Sometimes I just talk for hours.
Yep.
So So yeah, we'll be back next week. I'm your host Milan, signing off.
I'm your host Kelly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, anime pussy, hit that bell, do the shit, be kind to Milan because he's troubled with D&D. Come to the Christmas stream as well as the birthday stream, or else I'll fight you.
Yeah, well, you heard her. We'll see y'all next week.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.